I could see it. I have it on my phone. Yeah, Kelly, we're talking about those strange costumes, those photos where she claims to be making clothing at home, but at the same time, when you're looking at something like that, is she marketing clothes or is she marketing her children or children in general? Because we don't even know if these actual children belong to this said individual. We didn't fully go into the extensive search about it, but it has been circulating around Facebook. And as soon as you can see in some of these photos, you'll notice that they're like in a hospital setting. And you'll see like these little girls hiding behind these changing, like those curtains that they have in the hospital. And you see them in like weird, like I said, weird outfits. I mean, why would you take a picture of a child in random weird places like that obviously don't make any sense? Yeah, you're right. Like, who does these kind of pics, huh? As soon as he gets it up, so we could see the picture. Yeah. Scroll down too, so they can see. Yeah. Pardon us, because. All right, here we go. There we go. Now that looks like a damn lineup to me. Right there on that little very first picture, you see how they have the heights on the side of the wall right there is actually showing the height of, they look like bars, but that's, I would think either it's a way to get up the wall or, but that sure does look like a lineup. I mean, who the heck would dress? I understand Halloween is around the corner, but none of this said Happy Halloween. So their faces are covered, and it doesn't look happy. It doesn't look like these children are enjoying themselves at all taking these pictures. Yeah, it's not even Halloween yet, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not even Halloween yet, and these pictures are posted up. I wanted to show another one that she has like a blonde wig on, but it's not really a girl. It's a boy who's dressed up as a girl, and he has like a blonde wig on, and he has eyelashes, and then he's even on a picture with his father who's dressed up also as a woman, and he's like holding his son, but he's, him and his son is dressed up like females. And we're working on that part right now. But while we're waiting for him to fix this little part that's right here, that we're running into a problem in showing these pictures, let's talk about these two visual dates that they're about to have for Dulce. A lo que estamos esperando que él arregle la computadora, la página, porque estamos hablando ahora de algo que está redundando por Facebook, y están enseñando a una señora que está haciendo ropa de niño. Pues entonces no se ve como si fueran ropa de niño, lo que se ve es como si estuvieran vendiendo los niños en vez de vendiendo ropa. Y ahora vamos a hablar de las dos fechas que van a tener en septiembre en la honra de Dulce en el parque, donde le dieron un palito allí en el parque para que fueran allí y quisieran orar o algo así. Now, the two visual dates is September 13th. I'm not sure about the time yet about that, but the next one is September 16th, and that's between the times of 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. They're having a visual on Dulce's disappearance date on September 16th. This one involves the family. The family is going to be there on the one on September 16th, and they're going to be there between the times from 5 to 7. Now, the September 13th, that's the one that Jackie is organizing. I'm unaware of the time, but once I find out the time, I will post it on my group so no one misses out any day to share any type of awareness for Dulce. Okay, so let's go back to this picture right here. That picture at the bottom, they're saying, is that knitted body organs? I mean, because it looks like his heart. That looks like his skeletal system, maybe his little intestines at the bottom. If I was to match that picture with what's going on, I would say, what is that? Organ harvesting?
Sure enough, does seem like it. It seems like the outfit supposed to resemble body organs, right? And then with all the stuff going on nowadays with human trafficking and organ harvesting, it just seems very, very weird to me to look at this image.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, if it was Halloween, it would be more acceptable clothing. But what's going on right now, with this Pizzagate and all of that stuff, and there's actually pictures on here where they're standing up on like this type of grid mat, and on there they have like pizza boxes as well. So maybe that's an advertisement to what's going on right now with that Epstein stuff, right? With the Pizzagate and all of that.
Yeah, well.
Oh, there goes the boy right there.
Pizzagate was.
There goes that boy. That's the little boy right there. Go ahead. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Leave it up. That little boy right. That's the little boy. That's the little boy. And look at how they have him. They got him with, like, I have no idea. I have no idea on what to say about that, because.
And then some of the comments.
Yeah, the comments that are on there, like
leaving.
This one. Those falling eyeshadows like that, I'm not sure. There's probably a meaning to those falling eyeshadows like that, because nobody's gonna throw no crazy ass picture like that with their eyeshadows. I mean, their eyelashes falling like that. But that's an actual boy, and they dressed him up and made him up to look like a whole complete girl. So, and things like this, the reason why we're putting up this post up here, because if this said person can transform any kid to make them look like a different kid, that's also how we have to think when it comes to Dulce. And maybe they transformed her and made her look maybe like a little bit more boyish, or cut her hair, because look at how quick you can transform a boy into a girl, and shows no type of body of anything of a little boy. It looks like an actual girl, with just makeup on it.
I mean, the picture itself looks disturbing, and then to know that it's a little boy being dressed up like this, like made to look like a little girl, and then not just that, but the strangeness of how the makeup is made up. And then, as you said, these eyelashes, how there's an extra set of eyelashes underneath of her eyes, or his eyes, I should say. It's just very strange. And then, as far as the website or the Facebook page, supposed to be a clothing line page. I'm trying to figure out where's the clothes on this image. What is it that they're trying to market right here? Is it the child, or is it the eyelashes? Is it the makeup? Is it the wig? What is it?
They went all out on dressing that boy up as a girl. You know how much time and dedication it is just to do makeup on a regular female? On a regular female, it takes us enough time to do makeup. That was a whole lot of time and dedication. And did he even want to do that? Because he doesn't look as happy as he's supposed to look if he really wanted to be part of this dress up charades that they're having here.
it sure enough does look like he's not too happy, right?
No, he does not look like he's too happy. Yeah, Kelly, it's almost like putting up your child for advertisement. I mean, right there, where can you see the clothes at? Can you see any clothes there? No, all you see is a high collar shirt, right? And then a little girl, but if you didn't know that it was a little boy to begin with, you would have thought that that's just a picture of a girl.
So you ready for the next?
Yep.
For the next image?
Yep.
Okay.
Now this one, right here. Lord have mercy. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even go with the scene. These damn hens or chickens back there don't go with what's going on. If you want to have animals in there, then you probably should have thrown that picture in a farm. It doesn't make sense into what's happening. There's a child who's just laid up on a bed. Is he drugged, asleep, dead? Like how this person is asking? Yeah, the caption alone is messed up. These, you know, that's, I would say if you was gonna make a hat like that, you know, with those little bows and things like that, it being that I'm setting up tomorrow a Minnie Mouse birthday party, I want to say that to me it looks like a Minnie Mouse hat, like a Mickey, but it's not. That's not what they're using it for. Yeah, none of the kids' faces are shown. Yeah, some of the children's face you can't even see who they are. You have another one? Let's see another one. And if there's anyone in here that's Spanish, si alguien aquí si alguien aquí no sabe hablar en inglés, por favor ponlo en el chat room para saber si usted necesita que le explicamos la sesión de hoy en español también. Ahora estamos hablando de unas fotos que están circulando por Facebook y están enseñando diferentes fotos de niños como muchachas y las caras cubridas. Now this one, is that the same? You know what? Let me tell you something. You see how that child got that one sandal off? If I was not even in my entirety that I have a drinking fest to where I've actually lost a shoe, but this almost looks like, you know, maybe somebody that's hungover with something, but once again, that damn chicken or the hen or whatever that is with a washing machine or a dryer and a blanket coming out. And what is that? What is that? That says nothing to me. Like if I look at that picture, I'm like, what? Are they tired of washing clothes? No, they're not. They don't look like they're tired of washing clothes. None of these pictures just make sense into what's going on.
Right. It's just something about the poses, how these kids are being posed, and then the chicken, and then that shoe, that one shoe thing. For some reason, that it seems to signify something. You know, me being the type of person who I am, who dig into a lot of conspiracies and things of that nature. That one shoe thing always seems to stand out. What you guys think in the chat room? Let me know.
I agree, Kelly. It looks like they were kind of dragged into that position, and then they just wanted that shoe. even the mouth, if you look at the baby's mouth, it's partially open. Now, it could be, how do you say it? You know how some kids sleep with their mouth open? The way the hand is flipped upside down, the one that's next to the blanket, because it's flipped upside down, you know, like the palm is up, and it just, I wonder if somebody's actually gonna go look into what is going on with these children.
I mean, the caption itself basically breaks it down. You know what I mean? Either they're drugged or these little kids, God forbid, are dead. Here in this next image, it's that image that we just went through a minute ago, where it says, you know, where the little boy was dressed as a girl. Well, this is an image of the father and the little boy, and as you can see, the caption, like father, like son. You know, makes no sense to be dressing little boys up as little girls, and it makes no sense in promoting this thing. It seems like nowadays, you know, they promote this. It's like, you know, making it like, oh, telling your kids that it's okay to dress this way or be this way. I mean, I understand that some people are a certain way, but I don't agree with the fact that you're kind of like pushing this on little kids, you know, at such a young age. You have any input on that, Miss Brenda?
Yeah, it says, like father, like son, little boys dressed up as girls. Little boys. But it states like father, like son. I don't even see yet where that little boy seems to be happy and being dressed, because first of all, look at his body language. He's slouched over. His hand is just like, you know, like a gravity is taking over his hand, and it's just making it slump down like that. If you wanted to be more of you know, like a happier photo, you might want to be embracing your child, or your child may want to be embracing you, or maybe a smile. But I don't think, I think it seems forced. I don't think that they're happy, and it makes us, I don't think they're happy at all. These pictures actually make my stomach hurt, since I viewed that earlier. And then I don't know if that's on his dress. Those look like princesses on his dress, like maybe Cinderella or somebody that has a dress, because his dress has patterns on it. I don't know what any of this stuff states. I just know that it doesn't state that that little boy looks happy. I don't think that he should be dressing as a girl. And if it was his choice to dress up as a girl, because maybe sometimes at that age they would know. But he does not look like he wanted to actually take that picture.
Sure don't. A little boy does not look like he's happy at all. He really looks like he is not really trying to have it, but has no choice. You feel me? And it kind of looks like he's scared as well.
More like hurry up, take the picture.
Yeah, right.
More like giving into what's happening, because he has no other choice but to do.
Exactly. It does. It looks like he's being pushed into this position, and he's being made to take this picture. Or as my baby would say, throw the picture.
Yeah. Throw it, take it. A picture. Sometimes my language is backwards, and it's because I'm bilingual. So, and I do speak both languages, and sometimes that does get in the way when I'm talking. it does get in the way. Yes, you can switch on to the next picture. Now, once this picture comes up right here.
Now here again, we got kids nearly naked with adults.
With these damn chickens.
And yeah,
is that even chickens? Because I really don't want to sound. Is that chicken? It's just really bothering me. Like, what's the point of these freaking chickens? Because before it was what, pizza, and then now it's these freaking chickens. I mean, there's got to be something. I'm actually googling chickens and pictures with kids, and all I see is just a bunch of farms. I don't see nothing that seems to be related to, any type of link to some weird stuff. But look at that. The same gentleman, that's gotta be the one that he was holding. And then you got a stud muffin over there.
And then you know that chickens, I think, resemble a lot of cultish type of things, and like witchcraft. From what I know, what you guys think?
Well, let me see if I can check that out. I know chickens are involved in witchcraft and cults, but this.
Yeah, but to go on to the next. Moving on to the next image. I mean, we have no clue what chickens have to do with this clothing line. But like I said, it's either some sort of a cult type of thing or some kind of witchcraft going on. But with these kids and these positions that we've seen so far, it does definitely seem like it's some sort of ritual or something.
Yeah, well, I checked chickens and pictures with kids, and then since you mentioned the cult thing, I wrote in there chickens in cults, okay? And check this out. It says, the step chickens assemble. TikTok users have been forming cults of personality and armies, the non-violent kind, for months now, borrowing tactics from command raids on other platforms, Green Alien, Gang War. So it's actually something that's going on that has to do with TikTok and chickens. They're called, I looked at the chicken and it says step chickens. And if it came up chickens and cults and all that comes up is TikTok with a thing of step chickens, then this is where these damn chicken pictures is coming from. Because it says it right here. I'm actually going to click on it.
All right, so I'm going to move on to the next image. And here we got, as she called them, the stud muffin, yes, along with another child. Along with another child. I mean, other than the stud muffin, I don't really see too much of weirdness in this image. Other than they have this child's face covered. I don't know why they would have that, but as you can see, as far as the caption, it says, again, kids with adults nearly naked,
Yeah, I don't. He's a stud muffin, but there's no other stud muffin like my husband. But I would be damned if I let my stud muffin husband take a picture like that with my kids. I'd have to knock him out. But not even what the child is wearing matches what he's doing. I mean, if you're gonna be a photographer, you're gonna want, and you're advertising your clothesline, you're gonna want to build your clothesline with these pictures so people can see that you're advertising the clothesline. But right now we're looking at that. You want us to buy an outfit? Like, am I buying the kid or am I actually buying the outfit? Let me get number 4 with the red hat. I mean, I don't understand. None of these pictures make sense. And this looks like a warehouse too, because if you look at it, it's real vacant. And he still doesn't make any sense. The child is not even in a bathing suit itself. It's actually in some PJs. They look like those little Chinese PJs that the Chinese kids be wearing, and then some sandals. More like with the Hispanic look, how we wear sandals and socks.
It's just like the actual photograph does not make sense whatsoever. Would you like me to move on to the next image?
And yeah, Kelly, we'll try to do some type of face reversal tomorrow or Tuesday. And we'll look into that for you. Now, this picture that's right here, the one I covered is, I think you knew about that, right? About the occult.
Yeah, but I would hope all of us here watching today know about the all-seeing eye and the Illuminati and all that good stuff. As you can see in this image, we got a little boy showing the one eye signal, and we all basically know what that's a symbol of, either a cult or some sort of a secret society type of a deal there. Why they have this kid posing like that, I have no clue, but it just seems weird to me.
I wouldn't buy that jacket.
Yeah, and then the jacket, like my Miss Brenda says, is a jacket with rats on it. It just seems strange, very, very, very strange.
And is it cold where they're at? Because we're in the midsummer. We're almost done summer, so it has a coat on. I mean, I don't know. These pictures just.
Yeah, I mean, it is summertime, and the picture, has this little girl wearing winter clothes, but that necessarily doesn't, mean anything. It's just a page trying to promote their clothes. It's just strange, in my opinion. I don't know about anybody else, but in my opinion, it is very weird. Take it away, Queen.
Yeah, I don't find any of these people. I don't find any of her clothesline exciting. I don't. I find them more disturbing. You can click onto the next picture. I find them more disturbing than pleasing. Now, this picture that's coming up, this picture that's here right now with these dresses, and look at them. You know what? And when you're in a domestic violence relationship, right? There's sometimes that men don't allow the women to look up because they don't want them to, acknowledge another man. And sometimes they make women look to the floor like they're pigs.
Woman, you better not look up.
Yeah. But there's empty pizza boxes right there. A little bit of toys, and then now you got 4 children staring down, and then the one that's to the little right in the middle she doesn't look so happy. The one with the black socks on that's sitting down. The other 2 look like, and then notice the bruisings on the knees. You notice the bruisings on the knees and between the thighs. If you look at the girl to the left that's standing with the black socks on, if you notice that on where her knees are at and in between her thighs, there's marks on in between her thighs. I can see it from here. And her knee. And then the other girl that's standing up with the white socks, you can see all the bruises on her up thighs. If they would have put that just a little bit shorter, you would have seen more bruisings on that girl. Because you can clearly see it. Look, some of those bruisings right there. And then these ugly ass hats.
Yeah, I kind of do see something that may
But you
look
know
like
what?
bruises. It does kind of look like something like could be bruising, but it also could be a shadow from their lighting. But then again,
Look at
if
this.
I had to guess, it would be bruising.
On the one with the black sock standing up, her leg, the one that's on the outside, that one has a lot of bruising on it. But you know what I was thinking about? If you guys notice all them people that they just arrested in Disney, because these damn hats are so disturbing, that I just said, because I'm doing the Minnie Mouse theme, I want to say that they're like Disney related. But then I was thinking that Disney, did you see that rundown that they had, and they took all those pedophiles out of there from Disney? And I'm thinking maybe those are how do you say it?
I know that.
Go ahead.
I know that there was 36 children that were saved. I gotta pull up the article. I don't have it right now, but I'll on another one. I'll pull up that article where 36 children were saved from somewheres, and it links back to Mr. Disney and the whole Walt Disney thing. And we let our kids play with these characters and watch this stuff on TV. Oh man, but there's a lot of crap that is going on behind the scenes with Disney. And we'll do that in a whole nother segment. Any other inputs on this image?
No, we can go on to the next one, which is, like I said, these hats are a little crazy. Well, now this next picture that's right here, boy, did this one tops the cake for me. When what is this? This picture right here, why is that symbolic? You have a child that's laid out with holding a little chihuahua, maybe the same chihuahua that they lured these children with in the car, okay, with an outfit that says "eat people."
It might have been the same chihuahua they used to lure little Dulce. Who knows? Nah,
Yeah.
but I'm just joking on that. But yeah, it is pretty disturbing. You got
Because
two little kids, and you got one looking at the other one that's laying down on the ground with a dog on a leash. And it's like the caption say, how is that cute? When you have a child laying on the ground that looks like she could be dead, and then you got the other child looking at the other kid, and then they're wearing these outfits that say "eat people." I mean, if that's not disturbing, I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna tell you what I think about that picture right there. Maybe they brought that girl out there to take the picture. She was probably maybe with a little bit of drugs, and probably standing there too long taking the picture, probably fell over, and the little girl is probably looking like, "Are you okay?" That picture is not appealing at all. But so you're telling me that little chihuahua is that damn strong to knock that child down like that? Okay, I guess that's what they're telling us. Yeah, and it's not even about the clothes. It's just about the children.
Yeah, it's all the symbols, all the symbolism, and like she said, all the kids. I understand that it may be a children's clothing line, but it just doesn't make sense. Come on now, eat people.
That's cannibalism.
Now. That's just strange for it to be a clothing line. What was that, honey?
The cannibalism. Them people that eat people.
Yeah, that's cannibals. Yeah.
I mean, hell, they eating kids. They eating everything. We can do the next picture. There's a lot of things. These pictures more like speak about what's going on versus this clothesline. Like this kid right here.
Yeah, this is a basic picture of a woman and a child. But number one, the colors. Then that little girl does not look happy at all.
No.
I mean, do you think that little girl looks happy?
No.
In my opinion, that little girl does not look happy at all. At all. She looks like a poor little child who is in some big trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does not want to be in a situation that she's in. She literally looks like she may have just been crying right before she took this picture. What you think?
Yeah, I'm trying to see, is that the boy that they dressed up as a girl? Because that seems to be his father.
That's a
because
good
it's
question.
most flat-chested. The person standing right there, that must be the father. Just because of he wore a blonde wig earlier in the beginning. But none of these look happy. None of them. And when you're taking pictures of kids, like when something happens in your family, right, and something happens to you, what do they look at? They look through pictures to see how happy people were, how happy you were with your child, how interactive you were with your child. Were they smiling when you threw in pictures? I mean, holy jingles. This right here looks real depressing.
I mean, they do say that a picture can tell 1,000 words. And that picture right there is screaming, help, help me.
Wonder if that baby belongs to somebody for real. You could take it to the next picture. Because this picture right here, Lord have mercy on its soul. This is the one that I was talking about in the hospital setting. It might still be the same freaking warehouse, but with just different rooms with different settings that they can use, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to travel with these kids all around the world. What's the point of this picture right here? What's the point of this picture? That's obviously looks like a doctor, a hospital or something.
Exactly, it does. It looks like it may be some sort of hospital setting. That's what they're portraying it to be. But then you got, was that a little girl, or two little girls, or is that a little girl and a little boy? What is it?
Yeah, no, it's because when I see it now, I'm looking at it. You remember that you remember the Olympic girl, the girl who was being sexually abused by her what is that, the coach or whatever it was? What was it? The gymnastic girl.
Yeah, you're talking about the doctor that was convicted for sexually molesting his patients. He was a doctor who took care of
I forgot what her name was.
He took care of different girls that played sports. I forget what his sport exactly it was.
It was gymnastics.
But it wasn't just one. He was molested. He was doing this to all of his patients, and these girls really trusted him because he was a personal doctor. He specialized in athletes. And he was doing what he was doing, and the thing of it is, he was doing this mess right in front of the parents most of the time. That was the crazy thing about that case. But yeah, go ahead, babe.
Well, now is when I noticed that earlier when Kelly had sent me these photos, I really wasn't focusing on them. I did focus on them. Some of them I was just trying to pinpoint what the hell I was looking at. But now as we're going through these photos and we're actually talking about it, this one here makes sense. Because look at the uniform that she has on. That is gymnastic uniform. That's what they wore. That girl with the girl with the doctor who she was the one who did the actual first lawsuit. That's the type of clothing that they wore. Look at the towel back there. The girl all the way back there in the corner, she literally has a towel wrapped around her shoulders, like it's like What does that mean? That has to be the that doctor. Gymnasium. Let me. What is that? The Olympic doctor. Olympic doctor.
Yeah, that case was crazy.
Of sexually assaulted
That case was
patients.
crazy. On how that, but yeah, that this picture does kind of reminds you of that case. But it's just strange to me how this page is supposed to be some sort of a clothing line, and you have these pictures of kids posing in these crazy positions and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think his name is. What was his name? Jordan or Larry Nasser. Ex-Olympics doctor Larry Nasser pleads guilty to sex charges. That's where I would put this picture at. Go to the next picture. That one there.
Look at this mess. I mean, you got a little boy holding his stuff. You know what I mean? Wearing an outfit with faces. You know, you got some that are smiling, and then you got some that are like, whoa, and wow, and you got a little man, or is that a little girl? I can't tell. But then, you know, you got him or her holding their stuff. Like, is that a pose that you will allow your child to pose in a picture? Would you allow that with your child?
No way. No way. I wouldn't do that. I'm just looking at the photo I was trying to make to see if maybe did I see something that came out on TV that would have resembled this photo, but apparently I don't come up with nothing. So the next photo. Now this one right here with the little llama. That's a llama.
Yeah, look, it's either a llama or giraffe, but I would move towards saying that is a llama. And then you got these kids wearing the black. The black is really what strikes me. But the pizza boxes, you know, I mean, with the whole Pizzagate thing, you know what pizza and hot dogs, and you know, we all know what that symbolizes as far as Pizzagate, allegedly. You know, we know what these terms mean in pedal world. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know what's up with these pizza boxes and the llama, and you see how they got a wig on the llama? I mean, what y'all think? It's just strange to me.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on the internet yet with, like, I haven't seen anything yet with chickens or llama. We've seen it with the Pizzagate, with the Olympic guy. That would only make sense, but this right here, what the hell does a llama have to do with you taking a picture with some pizza boxes? A bag of Doritos.
And then a clothing line. Remember, this is just a page for a clothing line for children. You feel me?
Yeah.
This page is for a clothing line for children. Okay? Pizza boxes, crazy, strange positions that these kids are posing in, and we got fathers with their sons dressed as the opposite sex. I mean, hey, you know, y'all all know. I hope y'all know about Wayfair. You know how children were being trafficked on that site. I mean, it's crazy.
It is crazy with Wayfair. because after a lot of people went onto Wayfair and started doing their own little independent searches, they actually took that whole thing down, and some of the stuff wasn't even accessible anymore due to so many people finding out what Wayfair was doing, or allegedly doing, because to this day it hasn't been confirmed yet. But I did know that someone did send me a screenshot of a Wayfair and of the Wayfair, and it had a rug, and that rug had Dulce's name on it. I haven't located it anymore since then, so apparently they must have took it down. Go ahead, babe. You could.
And what was that? A rug?
A rug. Yeah, it was like 10 by something rug, like the one I have down. I mean, the size of the rug that I have downstairs, and it was like a brownish color. They actually had, I think it said like $10,000, and it had her name on it. Chaos actually sent me that.
Get out, for real. So they had. So you're telling me we have to find this. You're telling me that you found a rug on Wayfair with Dulce's name on it, running for $10,000? Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And let me see if I can pull it up. I can pull it up while I'm talking to you. Show the next picture.
Well, as she looks for that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next image. And if she does find that, I will pull that up on here so you guys can see it as well. But moving on, we have this image here with a little kid and deers, and the person who shared this, they said in their headline, deer in headlights about to get run over. Okay, now they got this little kid dressed in an outfit that symbolizes a deer, and then they're about to get run down.
So
They're about to get run down.
I found it.
I got that rug for y'all real quick. Let me
what do you think this means?
let me show y'all that rug real fast.
Yeah, that rug is interesting too. When I first saw it, it said $10,000, and the one that I just found right now on and the only reason why I found it is because somebody else has screenshot it. But as soon as I find another, I'll get another one. But now it says it's on sale. And it's crazy. A rug. A rug, and people were, they had, some had cabinets. Other people had, other things, and then this one here, she has a rug. There it goes. I did have it. I had a better one than that one. I wonder if they can send it to me. But anyway, if you have that picture, if you have a better picture, let me hit up somebody to see if they have a better picture of. Well, it's on sale for $5,000. It was on sale for $5,699.99, and it's a one-of-a-kind Dulce hand knotted gray 12 by 12 15 by 3 rectangle area rug that was on sale for Dulce. Now that is just, and now it's not there. Like I've actually went to see if I can find it on their Wayfair when all that stuff started coming out, and I didn't see it. So yeah.
There we go. I got that screenshot pulled up for you.
Okay, there it goes. Now look at that. And this is when people were actually going on to Wayfair and they was putting in every single child that was missing. When they was putting in these names from these people that were missing, like items were actually coming up. And I don't think that is fair for you to sell something after a missing. Once a child is missing, why would you sell a rug in her name? It doesn't make any sense. It has nothing to do with her disappearing.
Well, it can be.
Well,
I mean, that could be the price that little Dulce Maria Alvarez went for. Allegedly, this website was being used for this type of thing. And then now to see this, a one-of-a-kind Dulce hand, what's that? What did it say? Knotted?
yep.
Or I guess it's
Hand knotted gray.
Okay, hand knotted. I thought you knit it, but okay.
Yep.
Hand knotted gray. 12 by 2 by 15 and 3 inches rectangular area rug. And it's going for $5,000. Or, yeah. $5,699. What kind of rug sells for that price that you know of? Would you purchase that rug for that price?
No. Nope. I would not.
I mean, even if it is for Dulce Maria Alvarez.
No, but I don't think that at this case they was trying to tell you to buy it so we could spread awareness.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If it was to spread awareness, would you still spend that much money on an area rug?
No.
Even though if it said, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense into what's going on. I mean, it does. She's missing. But what the heck does the rug have to do with anything? It's not like the money's gonna go to her fund.
A rug at that price just does not make sense unless it's something, other than a rug. If we're gonna go on the conspiracy side of things.
Is that all she was worth, though? I mean, people like a rug, really? I mean, I don't get the point.
Well, it's not the rug; it's the amount.
That's crazy. She was only 5 when she disappeared. She didn't know what she was doing was wrong. Obviously, she heard it a lot of times from her mom and her grandparents and her brother, and I mean not her brother, but her uncles and people like that, probably that was around her, and in school too, because in the school. And then that's another thing, that in schools they teach you about stranger danger, right? They tell you to yell. They have I know that out here they have the DARE program, and the DARE program, I don't know if they still have it now, but I know that they used to have the DARE program, and I know the DARE program used to tell us about like street stuff, about drugs and things like that, stranger danger, even that big old but what I don't get is that her still knowing all of this knowledge and how she was at that store, on how she kept bringing Manny back, and she knew that she had to be aware of her surroundings. How did she still get behind that building? Like, what did you do to get this child, who obviously shows you on video that even if her brother was walking away too far, she knew she had to go get him because he was out of sight?
Now, what do you think about this picture with the deer and and the little boy dressed up as a deer?
Yeah, I don't get it, but I know that in that other one with the llama, I was gonna show you her kneecap. Her leg looks like her kneecap looked, it popped out, but I don't get what this means about the deer and the headlights. I mean, I know.
So you say the llama did what?
On the llama picture right there, you see the girl with the white dress on? You see her knee? Right there, that knee on where your cruiser is at? With the white.
Right, the little girl with the white on. She looks like she either bow-legged or yeah, something does not look right in the positioning of her legs, unless it's not a real kid and it's some sort of a mannequin. Because if you look at the little boy, or whatever that is, little girl, that child also looks like it may be a little bow-legged. So yeah, that does look kind of strange. Good eye.
Yeah. Let's go on to the next pictures.
So again, what you thinking about these deers and the little boy dressed like a deer?
I mean, that's what it says it right there. Deer in the headlights, about to get run over. Well, what was the whole purpose of that? His jacket looks like it's similarized with the deer, but it's still, once again, these darn hats don't seem to make no sense with what's going on.
Yeah, and they seem to be covering
their faces.
The kids' faces
All
in
you see
every
is
single picture.
All you see is lips. Do the next picture.
And we got this image with this with a little kid with his booty popped out, like.
Yeah, I don't agree with that picture at all. Absolutely not at all. And thank you, Kelly. I sent it to him. Look at that.
Yeah, how does that display any type of clothing line? How does that image display any type of clothing line? Somebody help me understand that.
And the thing is that the worst comments are when they're bending over like this.
Yeah, the comments are outrageous. I mean, you got people saying, well, I don't see no comments on this one, on this particular image, for whatever reason.
But some of them, like this.
But yeah, some of these pictures has some of the strangest comments. Here we got this picture here with this little girl with plastic over her face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's that got to do with a clothing line? And again, you got this child with their face covered with some sort of a hat or something.
Yeah, that's like, what's the point of that? That's crazy. I mean, that's not even exciting, the outfit. I'm trying to see what those little, what's on the actual clothes. It looks like a man holding something. It looks like a person that's holding something in his hand. The pictures that are on there, but I don't like that. It doesn't even look. First of all, the socks with the sandals.
I'm not seeing what you're seeing. A man holding.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, I see behind the leg there.
Talking about the prints on the. Do the next.
Okay,
picture.
you're talking about the actual design.
Yeah.
On the clothes. Yeah, I can't tell what that is. So moving on to the next image.
To the next picture.
We have two kids looking drugged up.
Yes. And this is the one right here where in the very first pictures, you can tell that girl right there, that's that girl that was laid out holding the chihuahua, because of the color of her hair, like the curls at the end of her hair matched the same curls at the end of the other girl's hair that was holding on to the chihuahua. And then there was another picture too that she didn't look like she was alert as well. So here's another disturbing photo of where you don't even see her face. You see her more laid out than awake. So, and who can put their neck like that? When that neck, if you try putting your neck right now on a table, would it look like that? Like if you put your head on a table and you position your head to have the same position as her.
Right, I agree. And then the setting is like the person who wrote that caption. It does look like it's some sort of a prison courtyard.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the little girl's neck or boy, whatever it is, it had the way they're just sitting there. That's like an awkward position. And then again, going back to the clothes, you got these kids wearing looks like maybe just a shirt, and then the design on it is a coffee cup with legs hanging out of it. I mean, would you allow your child to wear an outfit like that or a shirt like that?
What do we think about when we
in the chat room?
What do you think when we drink coffee? It's to wake us up, right? But
yeah,
this photo doesn't show none of that.
Part of waking up is
Folgers in your cup.
Folgers in your cup.
But apparently his legs is a body in a cup, because look. Anyway, next picture. She said maybe a witch on a broomstick. No, those were actual legs.
So the next image we have just
look at that.
A line of kids, again, wearing all black. I don't see what's cool about them outfits. And then a little girl leading a pack, again, covering their faces. And it's like the caption says, it's just creepy.
Like soldiers, just standing there so perfectly lined up. It doesn't even make any sense either. But you can tell that that back photo, that's just one. You know how you can make one photo into poop, 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 poop? Because if you look at their legs, right, you can see the shining. You see this right here? Right here? They all have the same pattern. They all have the same pattern, so that means it just must be the same picture, and they're just putting a duplicate imaging to make them look like if they're all standing there, but it's still weird.
So in other words, you think that this image may have been photoshopped or something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it does. It just looks creepy. Military style, and the whole setup just looks creepy.
Yeah, and they got little like high heel boots on too. At that, they don't even have regular boots on.
Right.
They got a little heel to them.
Right. Moving on to the next picture, we have that all-seeing eye once again.
With the one eye.
And then you just, what part of that outfit are they promoting here? Is it the scarf? Is it the shirt? Or is it a little girl that looks like she's scared to death? And she literally looks like she's scared, and she's being made to take this picture. And then again, I'm noticing like small little bruises on her arm. What you think?
You see up here on her actual thing up here, and her lip looks a little busted. The ending of her lip over there looks a little busted. Right there, it looks like she has a track mark or two on her right here.
Yeah, and then it looks like she may be covering maybe a busted lip or something, huh?
She might be covering herself from something, or it's that one eye. I'd have to look into that, because I really didn't hear about that one eye. I really didn't hear about that one eye symbolism stuff, so I'm a little lost, and I can't really speak on it because I don't know.
I talk about it all the time, so that goes to show you how well you listen to me. But yeah, I talk about it all the time. The all-seeing eye, the whole thing with the occult and the Illuminati, and
but that's your job.
all that conspiracy stuff. I mean,
That's what you're good at. You're good at you good at that department over there. I'm just good at, you know.
I know baking cookies and. But yeah, moving on to the next.
I just don't
picture.
pay attention to everything because it's overwhelming.
Moving up to the next picture,
This little
we
statue.
have this child posing like she was some sort of a statue. But then again, what do we got here? What does that look like for you, Miss Brenda?
I don't know, but I do know that this child is I do know that it's not one of the same children that were present before because the skin tone is a little darker on the hands versus the ones that we just seen. And what the heck is that?
I mean, to me, it looks like once again we have a display of rib cage. Again, body organs, and I'm not too sure what's going on with the headpiece there, but again, it could be parts of your brain and stuff. I mean, I have no clue what
Probably.
to think of this image, but
Yeah, because that's the skeleton right there. Then you see like the little lungs right here.
yeah, I have no
And then
clue.
what that is up there, that's one
I
of
have
the
no
worst, weirdest
clue.
hats I've seen so far.
I have no clue what that's supposed to be. But again, if I had to guess, I would think that it symbolizes some sort of organs. And again, what does that have to do with? I mean, that's just a weird ass clothesline. Whoever came up with this is really, really strange.
Yeah, I hope they was looking forward into Halloween like a lot of us do, versus doing some other crazy stuff with these children. And once again, are they advertising the clothesline or they're advertising the child? Because you really don't see nothing appealing about these photos
Now
at
let me
all.
ask you something. When you ran into this, did you see how long this page was established?
Kelly did. We spoke about it earlier, and it's been established for a while. A lot of people have been complaining for it being taken down. It's already submitted and reported.
Now my next question is, okay, so it is a pretty well established page. So now the next question is everything that you're seeing on this page as far as these people's clothesline, is it all weird like this, or is it just this set of pictures?
It's all weird like that.
It's all weird like that.
But these are weirder than.
So it's not just a Halloween plot.
No.
You
Absolutely.
know how people get excited and
Yeah, like
put
me.
their Christmas. Yeah, is that I was getting to that. Like you, who would like to put your Christmas tree up in June.
I sure will too. I'm about to put it up next week, but either way, we're not.
Oh no, you're not.
If 'tis the season to be jolly.
La 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 la.
Anyway, but no, they apparently 364 days of their life they like Halloween. And like I said, I wonder if how far, since people started noticing this post as of yesterday, and it's only been circulating as of yesterday, I'm wondering, did they move in and figure out if these, if there's really anything wrong with these children as far as people, how we see it, they should get checked into. Because these kids don't look happy. And my kids, when they were younger and they used to dress up in costume clothes, they used to be excited. They used to be into the costume. They're not even into the costume, because this is all I see. It just looks like costume. It really doesn't look like evening wear. It looks like that. What is that? Them people that do the fetishes with them weird ass freaking costumes and stuff like that. What are them people called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like them people that dress up like animals and shit and stuff like that, and babies, and they
Oh,
do all of
yeah,
that crazy.
they're
There's a
into
name for them type of people.
BSM. I don't have no clue. I'm not into that type of stuff. So
No,
I
me neither.
have
But
no clue.
looking for information on Dulce cosplay. Yeah, looking for information for Dulce. I've literally came across a bunch of weird stuff where
What was it called again?
cosplay. I think that's what Kelly just said. Cosplay.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
I
like
guess.
that.
But yeah, moving on to the next picture on
Yeah.
this weird ass Facebook page here. We
Yeah, what
got
the hell is that right
this
there?
outfit here. Now, what in God's creation is this? It looks like to me like a sweater with in the shape of a skeleton head, and then why is this kid's head covered in a what's that? Isn't that like one of them
Like-
socks y'all girls wear?
Stockings.
Stockings. What the hell is that? I mean, I don't get it, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't get it. Please help me understand.
Yeah, that's it's alarming. I don't get this. I don't get it. They make my stomach hurt. The more I look into these pictures and I want to figure out what's going on, I just know that as a mom, they don't look happy. And someone needs to do something about
The
that.
children definitely don't look happy. You know, the if you want to call them models or whatever you want to call them, I want to call them kids in distress, because that's what they look like to me. And I mean, I could be wrong, but it's just, to me, this whole page is disturbing. And this outfit here doesn't help me no more than what any of the rest did. But we're gonna move on to the next picture.
Yeah, this one here.
And we got this here. We got a little girl that seems to be in a hospital or something. And it just doesn't look right, you know? And then you can see for yourself some of the comments that are left. And it seems not to be American. A lot of the comments that are left on this picture doesn't seem to be in English. But what's going on here?
Yeah, well, read
You know, what's going on in this picture with this little girl sitting here? Look like she may be crying. And then what outfit is being promoted here? That's my question.
It's in Belgium, Kelly said.
Oh, Belgium.
Yeah,
Okay.
but look
Thank
at
you,
what it
Miss
says.
Kelly.
This kid is all right, and then it says, "Oh no." It probably says, "Oh no, what is it in the ER for? What is it in the ER for? What is it in the ER for? Not why is the baby in the ER? Why? What is it in the ER?" And then it says, "Thank goodness it's just bruising." I mean, are these really people? Like, are they really friends with these people and they don't see nothing crazy with their friends doing this crap? Because I'm going to tell you right now that if I posted 22 pictures like this of my kids dressed up in these funny ass looking things, my friends would come over here in quick, fast, and a hurry and wonder what the heck is going on with me and why I have my children up there in these types of pictures with no meaning whatsoever.
I know that's right. And then the caption on it, the kid is all right. Hashtag always fun with this kid. Hashtag bruised
But not broken.
but not broken. If that's not sick, I don't know what is. But that's definitely disturbing. Anything else on this one?
And then they tag somebody called Uncle Bear's Skin Productions. And then fashion fashion something. So while this baby is there at the hospital, supposedly with a bruised and not broken bone somewhere in her body, people are tagging all of these weird ass people like Uncle Bear Skin Products and Fashion Goodness, and look at the other one that says 13 something.
All right. It seems to me like it may be other organizations on the same level that they are. That's what it seems to me. Well, you know, when they're tagging them like that, they're probably all same types of businesses. You know what I'm saying? They're in the same. I mean, because I think that safe to say, although that I do say it allegedly, that these people are not selling clothes. Okay? I mean, I think that I'm safe to say, allegedly, that these people are selling children. I mean, come for me if you want to. But I said it. It seems to me like these people are not selling clothes. They're selling these little kids. And we've already reported this page. And I'll drop the link below. And you guys go through the page yourself and come up with your own conclusion. And maybe you may want to report this page as well. What you think, Queen?
And what about if that picture was just taken in that same warehouse where they threw all them other darn pictures at? How do we not know that she was really in an actual hospital setting? Because per these comments, don't nobody seem to think anything is wrong with the prior pictures.
There's definitely things that make you go, going on here,
Next picture.
And as we move on to the next picture here, again, we got the all-seeing eye. And then we got a little girl, I believe, wearing this shirt that says, "I'm pretty." Confused.
That looks like a boy. That's a boy.
And she says it looks like a boy to her.
It's a boy.
And
look at
I
this.
am as confused as this child is because I have no clue.
Look at his neckline. First of all, he has a wider neckline than an actual female, and on top of that, he looks like he has a developing Adam's apple. And so does the one that's next to it. It doesn't matter if they got long hair, because boys, they grow their hair out long. But why would you have something on that says, "I'm pretty confused"? What are you pretty confused of?
Right.
And then he looks like he has some type of burn mark on his lip. Freemason. That's what Kelly just said.
Yeah, Freemasons. That's another secret organization that people seem to think that they're part of the Illuminati as well. But yeah, I mean that's all symbols of Freemasonry and the Illuminati and the all-seeing eye and all that good stuff. You know, that's all symbols of that. But again, you know, as this child is confused, I'm feeling confused because I have no clue whether these are little boys or little girls. And again, this is supposed to be some sort of clothing line. I mean, why would children be wearing these type of outfits anyway? You know? So as, you know, they're confused, I'm even more confused. And
they're actually the same person.
So you think they're the same person?
Yeah, because look at their nose. Look at their nose. Back there, he's got his mouth open because it's all the same. Look, he looks like he doesn't look like he's it just looks like one photo on top of the other. You know how you can, when you take a photo, you could take a
right,
well, with photographers.
Right, you
they
think
could do that.
It's
yeah,
Photoshop. You could layer an image on top of an image.
Yeah, and that's
And
just him in two different dresses, and that's the boy. You look at his neckline, and like I said, on the where he has the orange dress on, you can really tell more of his Adam and his broadness on the top shoulders. Girls don't stand that straight. That's a boy. That's a boy.
so you seem to think it's a boy, and it's the same kid. It's just Photoshop.
Oh yeah,
What?
you're right, Kelly. I forgot. They could be twins.
Right? Yeah, they can. They could be. What y'all think in the chat
Identical.
room? Y'all let me know in the chat room. 1 for boy, 2 for girl, 3 for it's the same kid. It's just photoshopped. Let's see that in the chat room. 1, is it a boy? 2, is it a girl? 3, is it the same kid in this image? Is just photoshopped
If you
and
just
layered.
if you go like this and you cut the first top like that, right, and you're not noticing that he actually has a dress on, you can actually tell he's a boy. Go like that, and then you can look up, and he just looks like that's a boy.
All right. So wifey seems to think she's convinced it's the boy. Is a boy. Y'all let me know in the chat room.
Kelly said 1.
1 for it's a boy. 2 for it's a girl. 3 is a layered image. It's photoshopped, and it's the same child. All right.
That's
let's
a boy.
see it in the chat room. Moving on to the next picture, we have this picture of a little girl wearing this black outfit. Again,
And it says
wearing a hat with this weird bow that seems to show up on every hat that I noticed so far. Then you have the image saying sale, right? And again, my question is it the child that's for sale? Or is it this ugly ass outfit that I wouldn't allow my daughter to wear? Because it's just plain ugly. It looked like a trash bag or something.
It actually does look like a trash bag.
Yeah, it does. It's what it looks
It
like
does
to
look
me, a
like
trash
it
bag that
honestly
they
does
done
look like a
hooked up.
trash bag. What is that, pleather? How they used to call it before.
Yeah, pleather or...
We have another
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, I don't know. Why would that be the only one that said sale on it anyway? Doesn't make any, like I said.
But yeah, now here goes this next image. Now, this is actually the only outfit that I've seen that could, be an outfit. But again, I'm disturbed by the image. You have a little girl wearing what seems to be just a button-up shirt. And then it looks like that
boot.
may be a cast on her foot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm baffled, confused, and all types of other things.
That is a cast. You can clearly tell it's a cast.
Yeah, it does. It looks like it's a cast. And she's has that foot in front of the other foot for whatever reason. But yeah, it's definitely a cast. What y'all think in the chat room?
Yeah, well, she still doesn't. Yeah, this one right here is fully covered. Face fully covered. And all you see is just the body. Her face fully covered, and then you see this little dress right here that actually looks like I'm telling you, I don't know about what's wrong with these hats. I mean, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it's like I just got done saying. It seems like every single hat that I've seen has this weird looking bow on top of it. Whether there's a boy or a girl wearing it, has this bowl on it, and then the way they have these hats on these kids is like they're using it as a face cover. And I'm not sure what the design on the dress is, I'm not sure what that design is. Do you have any clue?
I thought it was Piglet, but what is that? Winnie the Pooh, but it doesn't look like it. But check out the bruisings on those legs.
Yeah.
Check out the bruisings and notice, because I told you earlier when I told you to go back to that llama picture that girl's leg looked messed up, looked like it was broken before and it just didn't fix properly. Look at her bow. This is one of the girls that was standing next to that llama. Apparently she's got the same bow leg, but look at all those bruisings going all the way up underneath to her dress. You can't tell me that you don't see all those bruisings on her legs right now.
Right, I do. I do see what you see, and it is startling to see that. It does look like they're bruising, and I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same child, because we can't see these kids' faces, but we could only guess. And as you just got done saying, you're guessing that it's the same child from the other image where you notice bruising, and in this picture I see it more clear. I mean, I don't
that
know,
whole leg is bruised.
I don't know if anyone else sees that. Anyone in the audience could see these bruises on this little girl's legs. If you think it's a bruise, press 1. If you don't think it's a bruise and you think it's something else, press 2.
Kelly said that the design on there is flying pigs. That the comments say that they're flying pigs.
Oh, okay. The comments say that they're flying pigs. I wasn't unaware of that.
Kelly wrote 11111 because you could clearly see, and some of those bruisings are fresh. Like I can see one that's in front of the shin area of her leg right there underneath her, and her leg doesn't even, her leg literally, I'm tired of, I can't do that. That leg right there, that's to the left, her left leg. Look at how she did have, what is that, bow-legged? She was bow-legged at some point.
Right,
but look at it now. But look at it now. It's so bruised that it looks weird. Like if it was, not gonna say it, but that just next picture, because that just makes my stomach hurt.
Either she's bow-legged or that leg was broken and it's just the way it healed. And but yeah, it does look. It doesn't look good at all.
No.
As we got for this image here, again, the crutches and the foot. That's the same little girl with the cast. Yeah, it definitely is.
And it has to be the same little girl. Yeah, that's her. That's her with the before picture, the picture that we were just looking at right now, because of her knees and the bow-leggedness. This is her right here. So see, that's why I told you it looked like she just had fresh bruising on her left leg. That's probably why. So she's already been casted a couple times by the look at her legs. Because look at her other leg. You can barely see any bruisings, but they're there. And if you go back to the other picture, you could tell that she had bruisings on that leg right there. And that's possibly why she's in a cast. But how exciting is that? Doesn't seem exciting at all.
And then the little girl does not, again, none of these kids and none of these pictures look happy at all. And you have this picture here where I don't understand. What is that? A cane? Like, what is that she's holding on to? Is that like some sort of crutches or?
Yeah, those are, what do you call it? Those are
But it seems like she has her leg over something.
She looks like she's propping it up trying to prop it up on the wall for, on the wall for a picture. But those, I call those are the Tiny Tims. If you've seen what is that movie from Christmas, the Tiny Tim, where he had those little crutches that you put your hands through it and it's easier for the kids to walk with. When he had the Christmas Carol, that movie, with Tiny Tim that he had. This is a Christmas movie. He had a surgery. He had to put those things on, and that's how he was walking. But
it seems like her leg is over top of something.
oh yeah, I see it because it's blue. I see it. It looks, yeah. Oh yeah, the bar, babe. You know, you put your hand and then it's got the little bar to hold on to. So when you're walking, that's what she's got her leg over. It's that little bar that you hold on to.
Okay.
Yeah, Scrooge. If you've seen the movie with Tiny Tim when he had that surgery and he had those little metal canes, they're just like that.
Interesting. But now, as we move on, now we got this picture here, where when I originally saw this picture, excuse my nasty mind, but I thought that the lava lamp in the background was a female toy, but I was wrong. My wife cleared it up that it was a lava lamp.
Yeah.
But yeah. But here we go again. We got a picture of a little girl wearing this pink outfit with again with that design. What was it that
The flying pigs.
the flying pigs? And then again we got this strange looking hat. Now it's in pink and fluffy with that same weird bowl. Okay. And then again we got a little girl that looks extremely sad in this image. What you think?
Well, for one, if you want to take a picture of in a room, you're not gonna wear the dress. You're gonna. It more like shows like she's about to go to bed. You need some pajamas. And the room looks. First of all, that's not her room. That's a photograph room. Because it looks too dull to be a kid's room. There's nothing else there but a little dresser with, and if you notice some type of clothes on the floor too, right there is just like a piece of clothing, and then one lava lamp.
Yeah,
One lava lamp that's plugged in. It's not even on.
Yeah, that on the floor, it looks like it may be a magazine or something. But I don't see that being strange. That it's just a plain room. Because me myself being a marketer, I use spaces where is either my studio or a temporary studio. So I could see this being like maybe some sort of a studio where they were taking the pictures for their marketing for their marketing, for their marketing, and they're just using this space as a studio.
Yeah, well, and it must all still be in the same area, in that same warehouse. They must just have different setup rooms to take different pictures whenever they wanted
right.
to.
I mean, me personally, I'm just guessing that it is a studio. Now, if this thing is something sinister, it could be some sort of a warehouse somewhere where God knows what's going on. But yeah.
Yeah, I just never seen a room so plain for a child, and then with that crazy ass outfit on.
Right, they didn't do a good job at setting up the props. But yeah, as we move on to the next picture, now here we go again. like
that one.
Wow.
Really topped the cake because the comments on that is ridiculous.
And then check out check out the comments on this. Now I'm trying to figure out what is it that they're marketing here. And the tutus, the draws, what is it that they're marketing here? It's just disturbing, guys. I don't know. I can't dwell on this enough. It's just, I found it disturbing, and I felt as though that I should share it with my audience because it was disturbing to me, and I wanted to see where you guys' minds were at and what you think about these pictures and this page that's marketing these weird clothes. I mean, are they marketing the clothes or are they marketing the children? What's really good? That's my question.
And look at the people that are tagged on there too. Like Kelly just said, you have Petticoat Kid Store, okay, and then you have. Are you visiting Playtime Paris? And I would like to have that up on my wall. I've missed your pictures.
Yeah, that really messed me up. That comment when that person that said I that they would really like to have that picture on their wall. I mean, why? They're little girls, for God's sake. They're little girls, for God's sake. What kind of pleasure can you get from a child, man?
I think so too. I think that this is just some exploitment pictures, because that doesn't. They're in tutus. I would have hated to really see the pictures and what they was doing with them damn tutus, but it doesn't. First of all, that girl that's on the far right, she looks like she's wearing some type of diaper, because I look at weird stuff in the pictures. I do. My eyes always point out probably stuff that nobody else points out. But if you notice, the other two girls she might be wearing a diaper. It doesn't look interesting at all in what these kids are doing. And what the hell would you want? This might be one of my favorite pics ever. And then look at the emojis. Look at what Victoria, whatever her name is, the second one, that second emoji, what it looks like. It's crazy.
I need to look into what is Playtime Paris.
Yeah.
What is Playtime Paris? Huh? That's a good question. I'm gonna look that up next. But yeah, anything else on this picture?
No, you can move on to the next picture.
And here we go with another picture of an obvious little kid, baby, and the bruises. The bruises, man. I mean, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because, good God, I know that kids get scraped up riding their bikes and all that good stuff. I mean, my stepdaughter one time, she came flying from the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
And, she was just learning how to ride a bike. And she, she took a spill, needless to say. But,
she sure did.
Baby girl wasn't bruised up like that, and she took a fall on a bike. I mean, this here looks like is a switch, or a stick, or something, and then they got the nerve to put the little crazy looking face on the baby's foot.
And look at her ankle.
Then the outfit is the emoji with it's I mean, just look at the emoji itself. It's like the whoa emoji. You feel me? And then you got the bruises, and if you look closely, the hands even look.
Yeah, but her hands are extremely swollen. I wish I would have seen on this picture right here. I wish I would have been able to see a better picture of her, because at this point with this one child right here is real. Somebody should have really looked into that, because for one, her ankle looks like it needs help at when this picture was taken, and her little hands up there are a little bit more swollen. They look a little bit bigger than the rest of her body, and they're swollen. That's crazy. And then her toes are curled. Why else would you curl your toes? If you know, because maybe you're standing there in agony and you want to curl your toes. Her ankles just don't look right. And then that looks to be like the same baby that was in that hospital bed, where it said bruises but not broken.
Right, yeah, it definitely could be. Definitely could be.
Next picture.
And as we move on to the next picture,
Yeah, like
we got more children, which seem like they're in a hospital setting. And for once, we got hats that are without these bows. What them?
the visors.
Yeah, them visors. I couldn't think of the name of them. But yeah, they got these kids wearing these visors in this one. And they're like in some sort of a hospital setting. And again, not one smile. But then again, it could be the same child. I think you may be right on the layering. Look like they all may be the same child, or at least two
of the same child.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it looks
what y'all
like
think in the comment section?
it looks like those two in the front that actually have on those right there. They look like the same girls. Those two in the back look like the same girls. They both look. It's just one. The way that they're positioned makes them look differently, but they're entirely the same. And then that's another thing. You know, their dress. And I go back to that doctor, the Olympic doctor, only because it seems like it'll fit more here. It seems like they're making a statement or something when it has to do with that, because that Olympic doctor stuff, that was a real big thing. So what else do you think is going on here? They don't look like they're any type of distress standing there, but these pictures mean something. And the only thing that I can relate to this picture right here is that doctor, because he was the only one who, and these are, what do you call it? These outfits that they have on, the girl that's in the wheelchair, those are like workout outfits. You know, when these girls from the Olympics was done, they went from their bathing, you know, from their sportswear, and they would get into things like this after they was done doing their acts out there on the floor. They would slip into things like this. So that's where I get that part from. You know, when they're done, they change their clothes into jogging outfits.
Right.
But the two in the back don't make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, none of it makes sense. But yeah, it's yeah, I mean, hospital setting. Hospital setting, and it's a clothing line again. Remember, this is a clothing line, and it seems like it's a clothing line for children, but it's just weird as you know what. And moving on to the next image.
Yep.
We got this baby here sipping on this weird looking cup, and then with the little shirt here, y'all know about pandas, what they stand for, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to the pedophiles and the conspiracies and so on.
Yeah, that's next picture.
Moving on to the next picture, we have this going on here.
Lay it out, baby.
Which I have no clue what that is. This is my baby show, so she's gonna break it down.
That's the same picture of the one that was looked like it was kneeling over and his butt was showing. You know, it had his butt up in the air. That we would say if you ever walked up on your baby and it's doing that, it symbolizes asking for another kid. That's the same child on there. But if you notice, right, if you notice on that actual picture where the child's elbow is, there's a line that runs across there. So that means that you don't see his head. So that could possibly be that it's actually laying on there for his head. sometimes with good photographing, you can make it look like a whole clean wall, but it's not. You see what I'm talking about? Where his elbow is at, there's a split between where his elbow is at right there. There's a split.
Yeah, I see it. I mean,
And it looks like
you gotta make the audience see it though.
and he looks like he's hanging over a set table. So if you look at where his elbow is at, you could tell that there's a crease right there on the. It might look like a wall to you, but it definitely might be something that it's just laying over.
I 100% see what you're talking about. What you're saying is, it seems like this child is laying on a white table that matches the background there, which it could just be some sort of a background, a white screen or something to that, along those lines. But yeah, I definitely see what you're talking about.
Yep. Next picture.
All right, so we're moving on to the next picture here. And here we have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All them damn kids, but they ain't got no freaking candy.
We have no candy, which I really don't think is a bunch of kids. I think that you are 100% right. I think that it's just a few kids, and they're photoshopping the same kid in different outfits on one image. That's what I'm starting to think as I look more and more into these pictures here. But yeah. Anything else?
Tricks only. No candy.
Anything else on this image? All right, here we go with
Oh look, see, I was just talking about that. I was just talking about them damn hats. Had to be some type of Disney related hats. And look at what do we have here. Well, see, I can honestly say that girl that's blowing a kiss must have really liked her costume, because and these are two different girls. See, these must have been the two girls that were on that picture with the wheelchair, and the other one standing on the off side. This must be them two girls being duplicated into making them look like it's more, but it's just really them two.
Right, and they actually look like they sisters because they look a lot alike.
Yes. Next picture.
One just looks older than the other one. And actually, out of all the pictures, this is the first picture that I've seen that at least one of the children look like they somewhat okay. They don't look like they're ready to cry or sad or whatever. This is actually the first picture that I see, and that the kids look somewhat normal, and I could see their face.
Still look like a damn boy though. That one that's standing up with the hands like this, right there. But go ahead. Next picture.
So as we move on to the next picture, here we got
this is the one that really pisses me off. There was there's a when I'm gonna find it, because there's that picture right there. I've seen, not that exact picture, but I've seen something that symbolized that picture. I think, where it's a movie that I have seen before, something that I've seen before with kids that were dressed up like dolls, and I don't want to talk about it because I'm not sure where I've seen those type of puppeteers, because that's what they look. But look at him. He didn't want to be sitting there.
It kind of reminds me of the movie Chucky. Remember when Chucky had the wife?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminds me of.
I was gonna Google that. That's whatever that meant. But anyway, That's that. Once again, that's not a girl. That's a boy. That's a boy, and it's crazy because I don't think that any person should be experiencing stuff like that.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next picture, and we got another strange one. We got these emojis on the little girl's shirt. Now, the posing, the posing is what disturbs me. I mean, what's up with that pose?
They look like they're wasted, and they're kids. They look like they're wasted. It would look like something if I was to had taken a picture of me and my friends going out or something like that, and one of them fell because they was intoxicated. That would be a picture that I would take of and have to show them tomorrow about it. That doesn't look like a picture that speaks 1,000 words. It doesn't say any. Well, actually, look at the damn freaking thing. Those are what is that? That's actually right there. That's that Christmas thing. That's the nightmare before Christmas. That's what she has on.
Okay, the nightmare before Christmas. Me personally, I don't do these Christmas cartoons and none of that stuff. So I wouldn't know what the nightmare before Christmas is because you
Joe
already know.
He was actually that for Christmas for Halloween 2 years ago. Remember, I had bought him the shirt and it had that same people on it, same faces on it. But go ahead to the next picture.
So we can move on to the next picture, and that, I believe that's it on that. This is that's it, right?
Except that it says success is like being pregnant. Everyone says congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you were fucked. So after all of these indecent pictures, what you best say is success is like being pregnant. Everyone says congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you were fucked. So if I had to take that into consideration, if we're looking at these pictures, do we have to ask how many times these kids were being touched? Because a lot of people were congratulating them on their pictures, but look at what it says there. Right?
Yeah, strange. Very strange. Success is like being pregnant. Everyone says congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you were fucked. Or I should say screwed. But yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Kelly. Chickens were you know what? Chickens were used a long time ago, and actually the chicken's blood was like the purest form that they used to use in satanic cults and anything that had to do with rituals and things like that, even that involved children, even with the witchcraft, where they would like pour like chicken blood on you and all that good stuff. Because I seen where you had just sent me that message with the meaning of those chickens being in the front of there. But I want to, now that we looked at all of these crazy and disturbing photos of people, you would wonder, my whole point of showing these photos is, and some of them was because if you seen how that boy, who was a boy and he was dressed as a girl, and how you couldn't even tell who was who, and it goes the same thing for when we're looking for Dulce. We're not looking for her for the same way that apparently she was taken. She might not even have her long hair anymore. She might have lost weight. She might have gained weight. She might have had things altered to her, because if you look at some of these pictures in the beginning, you could tell, like I was saying, in the beginning you could tell how good their legs were, and as the pictures were progressing, you can tell that some of them ended up being in casts, some of them had bruises, some of their legs was moved, things like that. When you're looking for a missing child like Dulce, you will look at any type of change that they could have done to her. We could post pictures of her all day. We could post pictures of her all day, but will she look the same as we're looking for her? We don't know that. And let's just say that if she is, and if she's alive, the requirements now are to wear a mask. So she could be literally walking right next to you and you won't know it. You want to know why? Because she's wearing a mask. Now, this is another thing that I wanted to say too before we ended up leaving off the air. Another thing that I wanted to talk about really fast was maybe 28 hours, maybe 48 hours before the abduction, or maybe after the abduction. Anybody that was in Britain and they work at a retail store or even at a Goodwill or anywhere that sells clothes, did anybody ever get a customer that showed some type of signs of like a creep? Did it give you a creep vibe and you didn't know then that that's the reason why he was asking for stuff? I did. If that's the reason that he asked for you, that he asked you, hey, I have a 5-year-old niece, right? And I want to buy her something, but I don't know her size. Did you help somebody within 48 hours or 24 hours before she disappeared, even immediately after she disappeared, even the next day? Did anybody in Cumberland County run across somebody buying items that made no sense at all whatsoever, but couldn't put two and two together that maybe it had to do with Dulce? You want to know why? Because she doesn't have enough awareness out there yet. So a lot of people still in Britain don't even know that a 5-year-old had went missing from Britain, and Britain is only 6 miles long. So for a lot of people not to know is because the communication is not moving through as it should be moving through. So, or maybe did someone have a relative that came up to them and said, hey, I'm watching my friend's daughter or my friend's son, and they need some clothes, and they just came in from out of town, but this friend all of a sudden just appeared. Where's this friend at from town who has kids and you need clothes? Did anybody come up to you randomly in Cumberland County and had asked you for some clothes, but you didn't put two and two together because you didn't know if they was asking? Because we got to remember, they did change her clothes. There's no way they still kept walking her around there with the same clothes on. There's no way. Her clothes was changed. And then that's where you have to look at retail. Walmart is right there near the park. I'm telling you, you go straight out the back of that park, you're going to end up at that Walmart. Did he say he could have had enough time to walk? He could have had enough time to even enter into that Walmart. You want to know why? Because that's how much time this person got. Literally how much time this person got. He could have gotten out real fast, skirted into that Walmart, because he already got away. They're not going to lock down the Walmart knowing that there was a child missing from the park, because apparently they didn't lock down the park either. So did anybody come into a store, to a Family Dollar, to a Dollar General, to a Deb's, to a Ross, to a Gabe's, to anywhere that sold, even Goodwill? Did somebody go even to a clothes closet and started getting kids clothes randomly that you knew that this person never came in there before getting kids clothes? And where did he just get getting kids, whether it's girls clothes or whether it's boys clothes? Because they're not going to keep her looking like a girl if you're looking for a girl. Remember, they're not going to keep these kids looking the same once they're taken. They're going to conceal their identity, and you just have to find out what you're looking for now. So I want to say again that every time you put on your Facebook timeline and you put Save the Children on there, make sure you hashtag Dulce Maria Alves as well. A lot of people have been doing hashtag Save the Children in our local neighborhood, but nobody has hashtag somebody that's already missing, like Dulce and Little Billy and Mark. I think that when you guys do that hashtag of Save the Children, I think that these names should go behind these hashtags for when people do the hashtag Save the Children and they actually go in there, they can see that these other kids are being also tagged along with this name. Hopefully that will spread a little bit more awareness and it can get further. But if you haven't joined our new group, we actually made a new group, and the group is called Justice for Dulce Maria Alves. If you guys want to join, you can send me a request and you can join our group. It's a very informational group. This group is not based on anything but information and what can we do next to help her and spread awareness. If you really don't have any information and you really don't want to become a sleuth, I just don't need an extra body sitting in my group. And I'm sorry that it sounds rude, but I need people to go into the group that's going to do enough investigation and get there, instead of having someone who's quiet and not sharing. They're just in the group, you know.
In other words, she wants people in the group that are drama free, that are willing to spread awareness, and, you know what I'm saying, just keep it basic. I mean, there's no need for the extra drama. There's no need for the he, she said. No need for none of that extra stuff. I noticed that in a lot of the other groups that are out there concerning little Dulce Maria Alves, you know, it's just a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of how my mama used to say, bochinche. And, you know, it's not about that. It's about spreading awareness about these missing kids, mainly little Dulce Maria Alves. With that said, I'll turn it back over to the queen.
Yeah, and I only say it because I've been a member of a lot of groups that involve Dulce, and the members are real high. There's a lot of members in these groups, and for you to hear from the same 6 to 10 people, that's not enough help. And I want to have a group that if I have 1,000K, or if I have 2,000K, or even if I have 20 members in my group, it really doesn't matter. But as long as we're there together, and it is to do information, and, you know, hopefully we can come across maybe like a private investigator who's able to do something pro bono and investigate further. I mean, we don't know, but this is all things that I'm hoping that with this group we can actually fulfill. But let's not forget about these visual dates on Dulce. September 13th, I think Kelly stated that it was about 11 o'clock in the morning that they were having something for Dulce on September 13th. That's a whole nother group that's actually doing a visual that day, and it's called Dulce's Day. It's to spread awareness. It should launch pretty well, but if you guys want to attend that one's on September 13th. Now, the family is having one for themselves on September 16th, the day that she went missing. Now, that one starts between the hours of 5 to 7. The mother is going to be there, the grandmother is going to be there, the family is going to be there. And let me tell you guys something. If we're going to go out there to these visuals, don't go out there pointing no fingers at anybody, especially the mom. They're doing hella efforts now to go out there and start spreading awareness. And they really don't need to be feeling like they're attacked. If you're going to go there to spread awareness for Dulce, you can't just go there and talk about them. You know, you got to go there and do exactly what you said you was going to do, and that's to spread awareness. If you don't like the fact of how the family's been acting during this whole process, then don't go. Because if you're just going to go there to throw stones, then don't do it. Because they don't need that, especially a year in. And regardless of however they look in the beginning, it seems to be now that they're doing an effort. Because you know why? Maybe they're tired of being quiet and they don't feel like being scared anymore. So this is their opportunity to be open and allow the public to help them, because they don't feel that fear anymore. Maybe they don't feel that fear no more for deportation and etc. We don't know that. Why they're doing all of these changes now, we don't know why. What held them back before, we don't know. But what they're doing now is what matters. And 11 months in, anything works out for that girl. Now, with that being said, I don't have anything else to talk about, but I do want to state that a lot of, these are going to be two great events, two very, very great events. And you're going to have people that are going to, and listen, let me tell you something. If anybody that's listening actually has someone that's been abducted or anything has happened during an abduction or anything like that, and you want to go share your story, go ahead. Don't let this family stand alone. If you have someone that has vanished just like this child, go over there and spread awareness. Go over there and show your likes and your compassion and whatever it is that you have to offer when you're over there, because it's always better where you feel like you fit in, because there's other people like you that are going through the same thing, versus just one person up there trying to defend herself when her child is missing. So I just think that it's really great that everybody would just come together. Everybody go there on those 2 days. I'm going. I'm probably not going to attend the September 13th one. I have an obligation that day, but the September 16th one will be there. That's from 5 to 7. We'll be there, because why wouldn't we be if we're doing all of this awareness through YouTube and through our group? The most thing that you can do is go and show respect to the people who actually, like her, that's her child. As much as we want to fend and fight for Dulce, she does have a mother and she does have family, that we also need to show them that they're not standing there alone. And regardless of how we feel, we don't know how they feel. And a lot of people show their emotions differently. Anything else that you have to add?
That's it. This is your show. You did an awesome job once again. Thank you for, blessing my channel with your presence.
But let me tell you that they're close to getting you. I don't know why I want to keep saying that. Per that article that came out, I don't know why I feel like it's like they know who it is, but they can't see if that's, how, because it's like they know who it is, but they can't tell if that was this actual vehicle that drove out that place. You know what I mean? Because they can't verify tags through all these they got to do all these little pixels and stuff. And I'm still excited to know that it did narrow down from 10 to 12 cars. I'm telling you, these cops are so close to you, honey. You should be able to smell their badges. Okay? So if you're here today thinking that we're going to give you some information on anything, just know that Britain is real small. And it's not like a big old common city where it's harder to track down people. You did it in Britain. You live in Britain. You're going to get caught in Britain. Don't think that you got away with it. Nobody never gets away with anything in life. Nobody ever. And especially you. I don't even know why I feel like I'm talking to this freaking abductor. But just know that if you even are listening and keeping track of what's going on with Dulce, just know that you should be smelling their badges by now, because they're coming for you. And it's literally, I feel like justice is going to be served for her pretty soon. And I feel like they're just trying to make sure that this person was actually there. Just only because of the article is what I get the feel from. It might have been a little stupid article, and it might have not have given them, but it was from an FBI. And it had reassurance in the article. And it did tell us things that the community was asking about, questions and answers, and it answered a lot of things that people been bickering about, and it did tell us what not to do with the family and how we should be pointing fingers. So with that said, do not think that because you've been sleeping every night on that bed that you won't be, what is that, 3 hats and a cot or whatever it is over there when you're in jail. All right, because if you like little girls now, I wonder how you're gonna like them big old men when you go into prison.
Well, whatever it is, whether it's 3 hots in a cot, whatever it is, they are on it. They're gonna be snatching you up soon.
For real. So like he said, anybody that was investigated, it's not off yet. Good night, guys.
All right, like she said, they on you. They on you. She feels as though that you're on, and she's speaking to you. So hey, you smell your badges or their badges, and she said that you may be sleeping. I don't think you're sleeping very well. I don't think you're sleeping very well. But anyway, with that said, that's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all be sure to hit that like button on your way out. If you didn't like the broadcast, then go ahead and feel free to hit the thumbs down. I have no problems with that neither. Let's talk about this in the comment section about this weird clothing line that goes by the name of Caroline Bossmans on Facebook. I'll drop the link below so you can go check it out, see how strange that page is. As you see as we went through the images, how disturbing they was. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Don't forget September 13th of the event that's going on that is being hosted by Miss Jackie. And don't forget about the September 16th event that's being held by the actual family. The times are...
on the 13th, I believe it starts at 11. And the 16th, I do know that it starts from 5 to 7. 5 p.m., 5 in the evening till 7 in the evening.
There you have it. And with that said, my good peoples, y'all make it an amazing night. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, the bell, like that you are sure to be notified. And again, if you like the broadcast, hit the like button. It helps with notifications going out. If you didn't like the content, then go ahead and hit the thumbs down. That doesn't bother me either.
No.
Because it just shows me that I need to improve. You feel me? And it all helps. Whether you hate it or you love it, it all helps. With that said, I'll catch y'all on the next one. More love, my good peoples. Peace.